The movie opens with a glimpse into the lives of 3 different married couples. The first one comprises Cosimo and Bianca, who look happy with their relationship and are close to one another. Contrastingly, Carlotta and Lele are the second couple, who appear to be experiencing tension in their relationship. Lele can be seen messaging someone hiding in the bathroom, while Carlotta is drinking wine alone and changing her undergarments. At last, we are introduced to a therapist-surgeon pair named Eva and Rocco. Despite being a therapist, Eva experiences difficulties in parenting her 17-year-old daughter Sophia after finding a packet of protection in her bag. She shouldn't be using those. She informs Rocco about the same, but the two seem to have divergent opinions over how to care for Sophia. Rocco wants to let their daughter explore new things by herself. Come on, honey, this is awkward. But Eva thinks otherwise. In the next scene, we get to know that the 3 couples are set to meet for a dinner party. Eva and Rocco are the organizers, and they have made sure to prepare all of their favorite dishes. After a while, the happy couple, Carlotta and Lele, arrive, bringing in a homemade meal. Eva and Rocco give them a warm welcome, and as they begin discussing their lives, Cosimo and Bianca also arrive there. After all 3 couples gather, they begin talking about Pepe, the 7th buddy who is divorced and is currently with his new girlfriend, Lucila. Everyone seems very eager to meet her, and they declare Pepe to be the luckiest one. The friends then begin assuming the age and appearance of Lucila, who appears to be the focus of their conversation. Shortly after, Pepe finally shows up, but he is all alone, without his girlfriend. Seeing this, his friends become immensely disappointed. They ask Pepe about Lucila's absence, and he replies that she couldn't attend the party due to her sickness. After a little bit of discussion about Pepe's life, all of them sit for dinner. They talk about a variety of topics, including how they are facing problems understanding each other at times. Between this, they also discuss how one of their acquaintances' lives was wrecked by a text message that revealed her spouse was having an affair. This discussion gives rise to differing perspectives and viewpoints on who is at fault. Some believe the lady should not have checked her man's phone, while the guys believe the male should have been more cautious and should have deleted the message. Red flags everywhere. Due to the minor debate, Eva says that mobile phones are tiny black boxes which contain dark secrets of life. It is so dangerous that it can even wreck marriages. Carlotta concurs with Eva, claiming that Lele, her husband, has never shown his phone to her and even carries it to the bathroom. Hearing this, Lele tries to prove that he has nothing to hide from his wife, so he puts his phone on the table. The others also support him and add that they are close friends who have no secrets between them. Meanwhile, being a therapist, Eva decides to make the situation more entertaining. She suggests playing a game where everyone must put their phones on the dining room table, and while eating, if they get any messages or calls, they should share it with the group. At first, most of them hesitate to take part in the game, but to show that they have no secrets, they eventually agree and put their mobile phones on the table. Just as the game is about to start, Eva and Rocco's daughter Sophia arrives there, greets everyone, and takes her father aside. She then asks Rocco for some money and leaves for her friend's house to attend a party. Just then, Cosimo receives a sensual text message from an unknown number, startling his wife Bianca. All others start questioning him about the sender, but soon it is revealed that the message is actually from Rocco, who is trying to prank Cosimo. Or was he? After this, the game begins. At first, everyone appears to be in a good mood, and they play practical jokes, tease, and argue with one another. Cosimo even brings out the incidents about their adulthood and makes fun of his friends. In between, Rocco and Lele go to the kitchen and discuss the future trial of Lele and Carlotta's relationship. Here, it is revealed that Lele and Carlotta are not on good terms and are trying to separate. In the next scene, Eva gets a call from her father. She tells him that her friends are around, but despite this, the old man discloses that Eva is having augmentation mammoplasty, a cosmetic procedure for the bosoms. As everyone stares at her in disbelief, Eva defends herself by stating that she is happy with her appearance, except for her bosoms. Bianca, however, claims that being a therapist herself, she must accept her body as it is, and should advocate the same for others. This makes things seem a little more serious, and again sparks a fresh round of varying viewpoints. Some of them criticize her for not going to her own husband, Rocco, for the procedure. This sparks a discussion between Eva and Rocco, compelling them to bring their interpersonal issues to the dinner table. Later, Pepe and Lele take a little little break to smoke outside, watching over the lunar eclipse. Here, Lele reveals that a friend of his sends him an explicit picture every night at 10 o'clock, as there will be chaos if Carlotta finds out. He begs Pepe's assistance to help him out of the situation. Lele then requests him to exchange their phones for the time being, as they're of the same brand. Pepe first objects to the notion, but in the end, he caves into Lele's emotional coercion and agrees to help. Meanwhile, Eva and Carlotta are in the kitchen when the latter reveals that Eva's husband Rocco is attending therapy. Later, everyone again gathers around the dinner table and more texts, messages, and calls come in. They all thoroughly enjoy making fun of and joking about with one another. Right then, Rocco unintentionally spills wine on himself, and Eva follows him to the other room to help him clean the mess up. Using this opportunity, Eva asks him about the therapy he has been receiving. Rocco responds that he's been going for 6 months and wanted to keep it a secret until he completes it. Eva becomes upset as he admits that he wants to give things a go before they even try to split. Sometime later, Pepe receives the photo from Lele's anticipated friend on WhatsApp, and everyone starts criticizing him, unbeknownst to the fact that it is not his phone. On the other hand, Lele also receives a text message from a person named Lucio, asking him how he is. This makes Pepe quite anxious, and he starts emphasizing how these phones violate one's privacy and disrupt lives. It's definitely the phones, not the people who own them. Everyone is shocked by his startling outburst, and so Lele decides against replying to Lucio's text. Later, Carlotta receives a message offering various services and discounts from an old age home. Lele is really offended by this, as his old mother also lives with them in the family. While he acknowledges that his mother may be a challenge at times, he doesn't want to place her in an old age care home. In the following scene, when it is about 10 o'clock, everyone decides to watch the eclipse from the balcony in an effort to ease the situation. After observing the beautiful scenery for a while, they propose to take a group photo on Bianca's phone. Unfortunately, just as they are about to take a group photo, she receives some texts from her ex, enraging Cosimo and making him feel envious. However, before things can heat up, Bianca manages to calm him down with a convincing explanation. At last, Lele suggests Bianca give her ex the phone number of Eva, mentioning that he needs a therapist instead of an ex-girlfriend. Following that, Sophia calls her dad Rocco and asks for his opinion about sleeping with her boyfriend. As expected, he gives Sophia the right advice and encourages her to embrace her independence and pursue her true happiness. Here, she also reveals that her dad is the one who handed her the protection earlier. After hearing how Rocco handled the situation, even Eva values her husband and appreciates his counseling. Next, Lele receives yet another text from Lucio, and this time he chooses to text back and inform him that he is at a party with his friends. Unfortunately, things quickly spiral out of control when Lucio calls and yells at him, admitting that they are in a relationship. Everyone is shocked by this news, and they start thinking that Lele is gay, not realizing that the phone actually belongs to Pepe. Lele makes an attempt to cover it up, but things get quite complicated as both his wife Carlotta and Cosimo grow upset and disrespectful towards him. Even though Pepe tries to clear up the misconception, Lele forbids him since he has had enough of their attitudes and reprimands them for their narrow-mindedness. While the situation is getting tense, Cosimo receives a call from a man inquiring if his girl liked the earrings he sent. Cosimo tries to avoid the conversation, but everyone has already heard it. Because Bianca doesn't wear earrings and doesn't even have her ears pierced, she is disturbed. When the two are arguing, Cosimo's taxi dispatcher contacts him. Bianca hurriedly picks it up and gets to know that the woman is actually pregnant and is holding Cosimo's child. What is even the fuck anymore? Hearing this, Bianca completely loses her control, so she and Carlotta lock themselves in the bathroom. In the meantime, Eva pulls Cosimo aside, takes off her earrings, gives them back to him, and spits in his face, calling him disgusting. When Rocco sees Eva upset, he attempts to console her, but she just keeps crying without speaking to him. On the other hand, Lele approaches the bathroom and hands Carlotta her phone with a very private message from a Facebook friend. Carlotta becomes agitated by this and tells him he is just a random Facebook user she doesn't even know. Following this, the situation becomes even more gloomy when Carlotta sobs while discussing how she was to blame for the vehicle accident, for which Lele is currently facing legal proceedings.
What's going on?
Afterward, as Carlotta departs, she makes fun of Lele's homosexuality. At this moment, Pepe ultimately admits that he is the one who is homosexual, and not Lele. He continues by expressing his disappointment in everyone for their hypocrisy. Moreover, he warns them that he would never introduce his beloved, whom he had named Lucio, out of concern that their weird looks and behavior may harm him. Later, the group starts to worry about Bianca, who is still confined in the bathroom. When she doesn't respond to anything, they smash down the door to check if she's alright. right. Surprisingly, Bianca is calmly applying lipstick. She then lays her wedding ring on the table, after which she taunts everyone for their hypocrisy and leaves. Surprisingly, in the next scene, everyone appears to be departing the party after having a good time. They laugh and embrace each other as if everything is well. Later, as Eva and Rocco go to their bedroom following the party, it is then revealed that Rocco forbade them from playing the phone game, and the chaotic situation never took place. He stopped the game by mentioning that it's best not to toy with these phones because they contain the most intimate secrets. Eva expresses her concern that he could be keeping secrets of his own, but he laughs at this and hands her his phone. He also claims that he has nothing to hide and then turns to leave after praising Eva's earrings. The movie then ends with everyone mentioning that they had a good time at Eva and Rocco's place. So what we saw was just a dream or a dark timeline, or were we just watching a movie? I don't know. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.